Alright, you guys, welcome back to Inaba's route, or should I say Meguru, because she just asked us to call her by her first name, which is a big step for us. A big step in the right direction towards developing a relationship. So I'm really excited about that. She didn't want to do the indirect kiss, which is totally fine with me. I hate that trope anyways. But we're gonna see how this develops after last night. That was a first for me, thinking that someone else's emotion felt wonderful. Why am I recalling that as soon as I wake up? Kind of surprised at myself. That was on the way home from school on Friday, which was 3 days ago. Okay, so we're doing a time skip. Must have really left an impact on me. That taste from Inaba-san. I, I feel like saying that out of context sounds a little bit funny, but alright, I'm supposed to call her by her first name now. Meguru. Meguru. Okay. The taste from Meguru. I still don't know what emotion lies behind that taste. I'm getting restless just thinking about it. I want to taste it again. Ooh. Can't help but think that. Once again, I'm surprised at myself. It's a completely new emotion for me, though. But, okay.
あなんだ機嫌がいいみたいだな。
You could say that.
ああ、死んだ魚の目だったお前が、もはや生き返った魚を通り越して、トレットレピチピチの魚って感じだ。
I still feel like our dad calling us a dead fish was kind of mean. Sorry, I have no idea what you're saying. Makes it sound like I'm on the cutting board about to be turned into sashimi. Aren't I dead either way then? And for how long does he intend to compare his own son to fish anyways?
なんかバンド活動に取り組んでたと思ったらこの調子。はっ、さてはなんかいいことあった？その結果で。あ、むしろお前が釣った方？トレットレピチピチのをゲット？
Yeah, you could say that. No, I haven't. Couldn't you stop teasing me the first thing in the morning? That's messed. Well, give me a moment. I just got a text. Cut off my dad and take out my phone. I don't often get texts so early. Who could it be? It's me, Meguru. Uwu, good morning. Okay, I added the uwu, okay, just because I feel like that's what she was trying to convey. Want to meet up, senpai? I'll wait for you by the bridge. We always part at. It's the first time I received a text from her. We've exchanged numbers a while ago, but never texted. Maybe our conversation on Friday spurred her to start today. What's more, she's basically asking me to walk to school together with her. Oh yeah, we're totally becoming a thing. Why are you giggling like that, you little schoolgirl? I don't see any reason to say no. With my heart still racing from excitement, I send my reply. Gotcha, I'll get going right away. Tried using emoticon too, but did I use the right one? I've hardly ever used them before, so I don't have a clue what I'm doing. It's not like that, Dad.
父さんのことは気にするな。待ち合わせか？それとも昼休み一緒にと。
Anyways, I gotta go now. I'll do the laundry after school, so leave it be for now.
おう、いってらっしゃい。頑張れ。
I think our dad's just proud of us. He's like, my son, you must continue our legacy. Continue the bloodline. Oh, good morning.
息なんか入ってどうしたんです？走ってきたんですか？
Japan has a really low birth rate. We must increase it. You're breathing pretty heavily. Did you run all the way here? No, I didn't. I'd rather die than admit I was running away from my dad's teasing caused by the text she sent. Anyways, I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long. I didn't expect you to ask me that.
はい、今日朝起きたらなんとなくそんな気分になって。っていうか先輩、なんですあの顔文字。あれじゃあ、その場であわあわしてる感じでしたよ。
Sounds like we used the wrong one. Yeah, my bad, Inaba-san. I wanted to use one since you did, but I don't know jack about emoticons. Why don't you just use emoji like everybody else? Huh, Inaba-san? And you guys have Line. Don't you guys have like a ton of stickers that you use on there anyways? Inaba. Ah, sorry, Meguru.
そうですよ。もう忘れちゃったのかと思ったじゃないですか。
Yeah, come on, Shuji. We literally just talked about this.
でもちゃんと思い出してくれたから許してあげます。それじゃあ行きましょう、先輩。
Alright, let's get to school. It's the only thing we do. Huh? We're going this way again.
そうですよ。この道ってなんかもうそういう道って感じになってきましたもんね。
That kind of way, you mean like a way just for us so we can talk. I feel bad, like, in America, it's pretty much you going on a school bus. Like, that would be the way you would do this, because realistically, most people don't live near the school that they go to. Like, you'd have to drive in some capacity.
うわ、わざわざ言うとか寒いですよ、先輩。
Also, we're just lazy, so most people don't walk. It's really hard to get what sets you off and what doesn't. You know that?
そんなことないですよだ。
Ah, she sure is in a good mood. I guess that really means that our talk on Friday has made her open up to me more. I'd be really happy if that were the case.
ところで先輩。
Huh? What's up?
実はですね、一つお願いしたいこともあるんです。
Yeah, what is it?
先週の金曜日、寄り道していろいろ話したじゃないですか。
Ah, my heart starts racing upon being reminded of that conversation.
あれ、内緒にしてもらえません？
Huh? You mean?
その、ねね先輩たちには。
I wonder why, for a moment, but quickly come to understand. Yeah, I wouldn't want to worry them. The story was pretty heavy. It's actually sort of painful for me to listen to at points. It's a very serious topic for her. It seems like that incident left her with some form of trauma. And that's the reason why we can't collect any heart fragments from her. She doesn't want her dear friend Nene-senpai to know in fear that the knowledge would only worry her. And so the only reason she told me was because she wouldn't be bothered by what I think. I wouldn't say that she doesn't care about me, but I'm not as special to her as Aichi-san. That's nothing I didn't already know. I feel like he's misinterpreting this quite a bit.
あ、いえ、その、はい。もちろんそういうのもあるんですけど。
I mean, it has nothing to do with the fact that she doesn't worry about you knowing it. It's the fact that she trusts you more than anybody else. Huh? Go on.
なんていうか、それ以上に、こう、先輩だけに、その、打ち明けたかったんで。
Ah, there it is again. There's that bitter, sweet taste again. It came accompanying what she just said. She only wants me to know. Doesn't that mean the complete opposite of what I thought? And then when she's fully opened up to...
なんか、自分でもよくわかんないんですけど。
At least he's not totally dense. He realizes, oh, that's the complete opposite of what I was just thinking. He was clearing up his own misunderstanding. Got it, I'll keep it to myself. As I nod, another wave of this bittersweet taste spreads inside my mouth. I would love a protagonist. Let me just say this. I would love a protagonist that realizes, like, at first he's kind of like, oh, you know, she's not into me. You know, he kind of misinterprets it at first, right? And then he comes to understand better, and then he takes advantage of that. Is that so much to ask for? Is that too hard? I would love somebody who just thinks like a normal human being. Doesn't wait for her to like kiss him or something before he's like, oh, and then magically like they're like this super close couple after that. I feel like that's how these always go. It's better than anything. I see. If I'm acting like this, it makes Meguru feel this tasty emotion, huh? I don't like the way he describes this. It's I understand why he describes it that way, but it's just weird. It's really weird. In that case, if I helped her deal with this trauma plaguing her, would she direct this emotion my way even more? I mean, even putting that aside, I just want to do something about it for her. As the one she opened up to. Right, then. Sorry, Meguru. I know I just promised you, but what I need to do is clear. Okay, what is he going to do? Aichi-san, Shiba-san. It's lunch break after getting back from the school's cafeteria. I approached the two of them. Okay. The both of them are sitting at the same desk and have just finished eating. It seems perfect timing. Well, the thing is, you two know anyone who could search for someone. Bring my voice down to a whisper. Resolving this problem for Meguru would be next to impossible on my own. I'll need Aichi and Shiba-san's help if I want to get anywhere. I'm really sorry, Meguru. I'll make this up to you later. Yeah, I'm trying to find someone who went missing.
稲葉さんのかけら絡みのことなんです。あ、そうだよね。私も話は聞いてるよ。だから星野くん、最近めぐるちゃんにあれこれ世話焼いてあげてるんだよね。
I mean, I think that's really cool that he's going out of his way to kind of reconnect them. I think from Meguru's perspective, this could be kind of reaching over bound, you know, kind of making her uncomfortable if he did something like this. But I think it'll work out. And I think if he goes to this other girl and kind of approaches her and tries to figure out what was going on and sees if it's something that he can realistically, you know, help to mend before kind of bringing them together, it might be a really sweet idea. Because I'm assuming it was not really Meguru's fault, or, well, okay, what she said maybe was kind of hurtful, but, you know, her friend was probably hurting at the same time too. And maybe it was just a little bit of a misunderstanding. Maybe Meguru was meaning it in a way that was like meant to kind of bring them together. Like, hey, you know, it doesn't seem like we have a lot of friends, but you're a really good friend to me and I want to grow closer to you. Maybe it was kind of intended like that, but it came out like, oh yeah, you have no friends, I'm your only friend. Like, you know, kind of mean, I guess. Maybe a little bit manipulative is how it came off. I don't know. But if we can kind of help fix that bridge between them, I think that would be a really sweet thing to do. Give you the details later, but it seems like her best friend disappeared and she doesn't know where she is. And her friend moving and disappearing like that could have been totally unrelated, and maybe they didn't get a chance to fix things because she just kind of disappeared. Left without saying goodbye. I think the incident left her scarred. Now I want to find that friend of hers. I think this is a really cool scenario, though. I've definitely never had one like this. I've had maybe stuff that's similar, you know, friends that kind of had things going on and kind of drifted apart. I think Cafe Stella had a little bit of that, right? But I like the way they're approaching this. Like, hey, she said something that kind of offended her, and maybe there's a little bit of a misunderstanding, and then she just disappeared. You're a good friend, Tsumugi. Thanks. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it would be great if you could. I can definitely see her being a big help. One more thing, I'd like you to keep this all from her for now. The truth is, she asked me to keep it a secret. She said she doesn't want anyone but me to know since it's embarrassing to her. Yeah, I do feel bad. Like, we're going around her back to try to find this friend who things kind of went sour with, and then we're also telling everybody about it. I mean, I feel like we kind of have to. Like, there's no way to like solve this problem otherwise, and I think it'll probably work itself out. But I still feel bad. Besides, we might not be able to find the girl. I don't want to disappoint her or anything, so I'd really appreciate it if you kept quiet about this and tell me no more. What are you talking about? Hey, he can be a little bit dense. I mean, what protagonist isn't? But I really respect that he realized, like, oh, that was the opposite of what I thought earlier. Look towards the entrance and find Meguru popping her head in the classroom, waving her hand at us. What brings you here? Meguru merrily marches in the classroom. I see. Come on over. Guys, you're not acting natural at all. Don't worry, I'm just spilling everything you told me in confidence. Don't worry about it. Hey, don't look at me like I'm some kind of rejected loser. Huh? There's some intense eye signals. No telling about you know what. Is that it? Is that why she's acting like this around Aichi-san and Shiba-san? She's right to worry about that if so. I mean, I actually did tell them. I didn't have much of a choice, but still.
ほら、星名先輩もああ言ってますし。特に何も言ってなかったような。
Sugi, we don't talk about that.
先輩、気になりませんよ。
No, it's okay, Meguru. If you come to see the two of them, then I'll let you guys be.
別に引っ込んでてくれなくてもいいんですけどね。
You can stay and watch in silence. Isn't that just
そ
bullying?
んなことないですよ。見守っていてほしいって言ってるんです。
Oh. Okay. Enough with the puppy dog eyes, Meguru.
なんでですか？見守っててくださいよ、先輩が。
I like that we've kind of established a little bit that she likes us, okay? You know, the calling her by her first name. We were kind of flirting a little bit, and Shuji was actually recognizing, like, oh, that's the opposite of how I felt. Like, she only can open up to me. So I think he's starting to understand maybe there's a little bit of something going on here. And now I feel like Meguru's getting a little bit flirty with it, which I really like. Not to say she wasn't flirty before, but definitely seeing it amped up a little bit, just kind of casually. Like, it's a casual flirt. It's not like a, oh, I'm really trying to get his attention kind of thing. It's just being a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more playful around him than she was before. Even though she kind of was already, like, even more so.
すまん。横から突っ込んでもいいか？
Hideki, you weren't in this conversation. Go away.
びっくりした。なんですか？
Hideki just casually, you know, joining. Nobody
いや
asked you.
まあな君、結局修二と盛り上がっとるやん。
あ、
Now that he mentions it, she said she only came to talk to Aichi-san and Shiba-san, and yet...
いやいや、カイドウ、突っ込むところそこじゃないでしょ。
Now Hikari is weighing in. It's great.
ああ、横からごめんね。私は刈谷若菜。こいつはカイドウ秀明、星名の友達。
I do have friends. It's kind of awesome.
はい、稲葉めぐるです。で、星名、なんかいつの間にか稲葉さんの名前呼び捨てにしてるじゃん。
Ah,
そこそこ、私も気になった。ナイスツッコミだよ、カリアさん。ですよね、みんな気になりましたよね。ついこの間までは名字をさん付けでしたし。
oh crap, I didn't think about that. Of course I noticed you suddenly changing how I call her. While we talked about not telling the others about her past, we didn't exchange a single word on how to explain the way I call her now. Hey, Meguru.
いや、それはですね。
Oh shit, she's in full panic mode. I guess she didn't expect everyone to bring it up. Well, that makes the two of us. I like how we waited to address this until everybody was here. Just to make it a little bit more awkward. Anyways, now it's time for me to explain, but I can't say exactly what led to this. Well, it's just something I wanted to do.
いや、
Ooh, Shuji, please take advantage of this situation. Be a man, okay? Say you were the one who wanted to do it. I really am hopeful that he does that. Become pretty good friends, so I asked if I could start using her first name. Yes, Shuji, yes! I'm so proud of you right now. Well, plain and simple Meguro without honor is what I felt right to me, so I went with that.
おお、なるほど。修二にしては珍しいな、そういうの。
That's not like you, but that's what makes it great. Not wrong, but I've never had a junior in a club before, so...
いつまでもさん付けじゃ先輩として締まらないって？意外と体育会系みたいなところもあったんだね、星名。
I know, he doesn't have that side to him, but it's great. There's something wrong with that. It's not like this girl holds anything back like a typical underclassman.
確かにそんな感じだったね。慣れ慣れし、いやごめん、変な意味じゃなくて、先輩って懐いてきてくれる感じというか。じゃあ何か特別なきっかけがあったわけじゃなかったんですね。ちょっとがっかりしたりして。
Unfortunately, we can't say that anything special happened. I mean, she's definitely opening up to us, right? But that's something a friend can do. I wouldn't say that's moving our relationship forward per se. Like it is, our relationship is growing, but romantically nothing big has happened so far besides the calling her by her first name. Nothing special happened, right, Meguru?
そうっすね。
That's right. Anyways, isn't it about time for you to head back to your classroom? Lunch break is almost over.
はい、そうですね。それじゃあ失礼しました。
Meguru pounces an opportunity they offer and rushes out of our classroom. Good lord, we somehow finagled our way out of the situation for now. I have not heard the word finagled in a long time. I'm surprised I even remember that. That's not a... I swear, every time I play a visual novel, I'm learning so many different words, because, like, their vocabulary is quite interesting. A short while later, I receive another text from Meguru. What the hell is that? Is that supposed to be a wink? What the hell is the A? I think she's trying to say that made me panic. I respond, yeah, we never talked about how to explain the name situation. I'm glad you can read that emoticon. I have no idea what that was saying. I follow up with I got pretty flustered myself. Soon after, I receive another text from her. Okay. That looks like, that to me looks like it's an excitement thing. Because, I mean, I'm not gonna waste my time even trying to decode these. I mean, they might as well be hieroglyphs. I don't know. Why is she only sending me emoticons? Is typing out a full reply too much effort for? I feel like typing those emoticons, maybe their keyboard is different and it's easier, but that would take more effort than anything else. Because I know, like, on the keyboard, you have to use, like, the alt keys to even do stuff like that. Or, I don't even know. I would just probably Google it and then copy and paste it. I think I know what this one's saying, too. Well, I call you by your first name, so I stuck by that even in front of everyone. You like it better that way, don't you? Huh? Why is there no answer coming this time? Did I get it wrong? I was pretty sure the emoticon meant, but you still kept calling me by my first name. Here it is. I do. Pretty short considering how long it took her to answer, but then 2 more texts from her immediately followed that one. Thank you. By the way, are you free today after school? Does she want to do something other than our club? Would you like to come over to my place? What? Ooh, okay.
だってほら、この前は自分がお邪魔しちゃいましたし。
Okay, we're going to her place. That's huge. Also, we told our dad that we were going to do the laundry after school. So, screw the laundry.
なら今度は先輩に来てもらわないとですもんね。
Okay. Can't turn you down when you put it like that. Said she wanted to clean her room before I came over. We both went home and then met up again later. Okay, so we probably had time to do the laundry, I guess.
なんか含みがありますね。
We're both ditching club for the day to do this.
ねね先輩気にしなくていいって。
Yeah, I guess. Or like she sent me off saying, don't worry about us. You were going to wait to give us the details anyways. I was able to successfully explain away the name incident, but I feel like she's still suspicious of us. There's really nothing going on between us, though. You guys are skipping club to hang out with each other alone. Really? Nothing going on at all? Meguru is simply attached to me, and as for myself, I just can't leave her alone. I'm trying my best to ignore that delicious bittersweet taste from earlier. Can't deny that I want to taste more of it, but I still can't grasp its meaning. I don't know how much more you guys can say that you like each other without saying you like each other. Like, I feel like they're just trying to describe it in every way possible. They're trying to deny the obvious. Walk past our usual parting spot and head in the general direction of the station.
もうちょっとですよ。
Oh, you live pretty close to the station.
商店街の方からでもよかったんですけどね。でもとりあえずは先輩も覚えやすい道の方がいいかなって。
Does that mean there's going to be a second time?
わざわざそういう確認をするところがほんと先輩って感じですよね。
What's so bad about it? That's just how important it is.
大事なことですか。
Damn. Okay, Shuji. With the comeback. Okay. Because she's like, oh, why do you have to say these things out loud, you know? What's so bad about it? That's how important it is. Okay. Shuji, yes. You're catching her off guard. Sure it is, at least to me.
先輩って感じなんですから。
Shuji's out here establishing that I need to know how to get the best way to get to your house, because I'm obviously going to come back. What's that supposed to mean?
そこの角曲がりますからね。
Oh.
ここです。自分の家。
We walked under a railroad overpass on the other side of the station before arriving at our destination. Meguru's house is a cute little family
じゃあ
home.
ちょっと待っててもらえます？
Huh? Sure. She leaves me at the entrance and disappears into the house ahead of me. Why is she making me wait here? I thought she already cleaned up her room. But maybe she's reminding her family that I'm coming, asking them to steer clear. It works for me. Meeting her family would be kind of embarrassing. Though being alone with her could end up embarrassing. If her could end up being... Okay, that's throwing me off because I don't like the way they phrase this. With her could end up being embarrassing in its own way. There you go. I'm going to put my own word in there. Felt awkward last time when I had the home field advantage. I'm even more nervous now that I'm playing an away game. She's really taking her sweet time, huh? How much longer does she intend to make me wait for? What is she even doing in there anyways? Telling her family should only take a few moments. This is taking forever. What's the holdup?
お待たせです。
About damn. Huh? Sounds like Tim Allen. Wow, that's an outfit. I can't tell. Is that supposed to be a titty? It's really sharp. I don't know. Okay, let's see what she's got going on. Okay, so I can see that poster in the back. That's another visual novel, right? I'm pretty sure. Somebody's pointed that out already. Okay. Interesting room. Not what I expected from her. Yeah, she with the glasses and everything, it makes her look kind of nerdy, like she's a bookworm, which to me doesn't really scream Meguru, but you know, that's okay. Nothing wrong with books.
先輩、びっくりしてくれちゃってますよね。
I like her with glasses though. I do like glasses on a girl, so I'll accept it. Didn't even cross my mind that you make me wait just to change
自
again.
分、家ではリラックスしたい派なんですよね。だから楽な格好に着替えないとですよ。
Why didn't you come to meet me in those clothes?
それじゃあ驚いてもらえないじゃないですか。もう着替えはないと思わせておいてっていうのを狙ってたんですもん。
This is the dumbest reasoning, but I'll allow it. Was there still part of your plan? You sure went out of your way.
第一これ、部屋着ですからね。この格好で外には出ませんよ。
Okay, I mean, I can understand that the Japanese definitely do stuff like that. They don't want to bring their, like, dirty stuff from outside inside and then get the house all dirty. You know, that's why they, like, take off their shoes. They usually have, like, slippers, I guess is what you would call them. They have, like, slippers that they use inside, you know, that kind of thing. So, right, like, you would kind of change your clothes, like, get rid of the dirtiness of outside. Like, that's a Japanese thing. Okay.
で、どうですどうです。
Yeah, I really didn't expect you to change a second time, though your new getup is surprising too. You give off a completely different vibe than usual in that outfit. It's a very simple look, not quite lame, just plain. The way her hair is loosely tied up on one side, her glasses, everything about her right now just says plain girl. Don't act like you don't like it, okay? I don't want to hear this. You're wearing contacts, huh?
そうですよ。それもびっくりしました。まあ言われなきゃわかりませんもんね。
I mean, that's something we learned about her. Okay, she normally wears glasses. Though you can get glasses that have no functionality whatsoever. They're not prescription or anything, just for looks. I've met people who do that, and I question it. I mean, it's funny because I'm so used to seeing certain people with glasses on, and it's like, oh, when they take them off, and they're like, oh yeah, I don't actually need these. It's quite surprising, and then it changes their look. I see them, and when they're not wearing glasses, I'm like, that's weird. I don't like it.
メガネだとそんなに印象違います？
They do make you look more plain than
姫
usual.
松学院に入る前は普段からこんな感じだったんですけどね。
Even before your makeover.
ですです。つまり今はもう基本他人には見せないレアメゴルです。
So the thing that's interesting to me, when we have these visual novels where the characters have like different hair colors, I know a lot of schools only want you to have like basic hair colors. Like they don't want you to have dyed. They don't want you to stand out essentially. I wonder what the case is for someone like her who's a redhead. I'm assuming this is her natural hair color. I'd be very surprised if it was not, right? But would that be a problem in a school that like enforces normal hair colors? Like I think they really only want like black and brunette. Like that's their idea of normal. So it's like, what about the people that are blonde, or what about the people that have the red hair? Can they just wear that? Is that not a problem? Because I feel like red hair in Japan would very much stand out. That would not look not look like a plain girl.
やっぱりほら、今となっては人前出るには恥ずかしいですし、地味すぎるし、油断してるっていうかだし。
But you're okay looking like this in front of me.
先輩期待通りに驚いてくれましたからね。これもやっぱり他の人には内緒ですよ。
Don't tell him secrets. He's not gonna keep them. She's got a PS4 there. I just realized under her TV. Sure, sure. She's showing a side to me that she typically only shows her family. She's got a lot of manga too. I'm noticing that. Sorry, I'm just looking around her room. Doing it cheerfully. When I think about it that way, this is pretty embarrassing and awkward. But I'm happy. It feels like Meguru is opening her heart to me more and more. After the initial surprise wears off, we decide to settle down and play Monhun, just like when she came over to my place. How did I know? Not a surprise whatsoever.
レア武器ゲット。
During our pre-crest preparations, the girl behind Lavi rejoices as she crafts a new weapon that she spent a while farming materials
羨
for.
ましい？羨ましいですか先輩？っていうかうなじさん？
It's a pretty sweet weapon, but I'm a lance player, not like getting the gun would do me any good.
なんですかそれ？羨んでくださいよ。
This kind of reminds me, I've been going through... so we were kind of playing Baldur's Gate. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Baldur's Gate 3, not my favorite. I don't like D&D. I'm sorry. I know so many people love D&D. I don't care for D&D whatsoever. So we were kind of playing through that, and my friend was like, well, we haven't finished Divinity Original Sin 2, right? I have 150 hours in that game, okay? I've never beaten it. I've gotten a good chunk into it, but I've never finished it. I've just played over and over. So we're going through that, and it's fun, like, getting new weapon upgrades. I don't really have a way to craft a better weapon, I guess, like in Monhun, but it just kind of reminds me of when we're playing and we're, like, trying to get a weapon upgrade, and it's so satisfying. Even, like, getting a few extra damage really, like, makes a difference when you're fighting enemies. So I guess that's what I think of when I watch these two. Except, my friend's not a cute girl. What a
その
disappointment.
武器を装備したラビーに助けられて心を入れ替えてくれるに決まってますし。
Well, yeah, I'm pretty much relying on you to carry me, as always. Gotta say, though, playing with each other while sitting face to face is a completely different experience. I need to get my wife to play more games. She always talks about wanting to do it, and then when it comes to actually doing it, it never happens. Then again, she has a MacBook that she's had for a while that she was using for school and stuff. That's why she got one. I mean, they're good for stuff like that, but for gaming, no. You can't really game on those.
ですね。先輩もお礼言おうとして被弾するようなことなくなるし。
You didn't have to bring that up again, Lavi-san.
いやー、やっぱり印象的でしたもん。あの動き止めちゃってやられまくってるうなじさん。
I was actually moved by how skilled yet kind the mysterious Lavi-san was. I was shocked when I saw who was behind the character.
なんでですか？自分のイメージ通りじゃないですか。ラビーは装備のコーディネートもちゃんと気を使ってるし。
Can't deny that. The armor set is pretty dang cool.
でしょでしょ。苦労したんですからこれ一式揃えるの。
Meanwhile, my character in Divinity is using the most random assortment of weapons. I'm just using whatever is the best I can get at the moment. And it's like, I'm playing on Tactician, which is like the harder mode. It's not the hardest, because the hardest is where if you die, like if you wipe, you're just permanently dead. So I'm not playing on that one, but it's the highest difficulty. Yeah, you just use what you can get, okay? There's no coordinating whatsoever. The hair and armor colors even match. It's kind of hot or more like sexy. Nice job.
そういうのを中の人に直接言わないでください。ドン引きです。
I was just trying to compliment your fashion sense, since you seem to take pride in that. Okay, I have personal experience with this. I'll tell my wife that I like her ass, okay? She's got a big ass. I'm just gonna say that, okay? I try to tell her things like that, and she gets mad at me. I'm like, I'm literally giving you a compliment. I'm saying I like you. I'm saying I find you attractive. Why is that such a bad thing? And women will get mad at you for that. Why? Why would you get mad at your husband for complimenting something of yours? Now you could say, okay, I don't like that you're constantly sexualizing me, which I do sexualize her a lot. I mean, I find her attractive, and that's, if you're married to someone, you should find them attractive, okay? Your relationship, you should probably find them attractive. But women are so hard to compliment, because it's like, I'll compliment her and say she's looking beautiful today. Nothing. Doesn't care. Won't even acknowledge that I said that. But if I say that she's got a fat ass, I'm suddenly the bad guy. Sorry, I had to get off my chest.
だったら普段も言ってくださいよ。
は？
じゃないですよ。何ですかその返事。称賛してくれるって言ったじゃないですか。
Should have married a Japanese girl. Maybe they would appreciate my compliments. It's like when my wife and I were like first dating or whatever. I could compliment her and she would be like, oh, you know, she'd be all embarrassed and blushing. But now it's like I've been married almost 4 years. She doesn't care anymore. Can't compliment her at all.
普段の格好のコーディネート。
You look pretty sexy too. Shuji.
何言ってんの？
That's the thing that's great though. With women, guys don't care. Like they could be literally in the most whatever outfit that they just kind of threw together, you know, kind of like what she's wearing. He was calling her plain and stuff, right? They can look that plain and guys will be like, wow, you're the most beautiful woman in the world. Whereas like guys, if we dress in like whatever, it's like, oh, aren't you gonna dress up for the day? We don't get the same treatment. Oh shit. Oh shit, my wife just texted me. She's a knower. Oh, frick. Okay, it's not. I was like, is she listening in right now? Like, checking behind me? Just look at how you're always showing off your legs.
それはそうですけど、コーディネート、服の足じゃなくて。
But here's the thing, guys. You don't compliment a woman. I mean, ideally, you probably don't want to compliment her body, okay? You want to compliment the things that she picked out. That's why, that's the kind of the point they're making right now. Compliment her on her clothes. She picked out her clothes. You can compliment her on her hairstyle. She chose to do that hairstyle today. You know, like compliment her on things she picked out, not things that she just kind of has. I mean, it just comes off creepy if you do that. Doing with bare legs is an essential decision, isn't it? That's a conscious fashion choice. Shuji, you're right. But women don't think like that, okay? And that's the point I've been making. They will get mad, okay? You can't compliment their ass, because if you do, oh, you're a pervert. Why would you say that?
そうですけど、もう。
It's just, they don't think the same way that guys do, you know? I saw you at school, I thought you looked a bit floozy, but on closer inspection, it's more of a casual, cute style. Gosh, Shuji, you are really being bold with your choice to say certain things. You put some serious thought into picking a jumper that would match your uniform. You give off a vibrant, playful vibe like that of a younger girl. It's really fitting for you.
そうですか？そうなんですよ。自分なりにいろいろ考えて選んでるんですよ。
Is he actually rizzing her right
決勝な
now?
んですよ。
He's actually, it's actually working.
先輩、もっと言ってください、言ってください。
Damn, okay, it's actually working. That's all I got. I'm having trouble remembering anything else to say from the fashion magazines I flipped through.
なんかいろいろ台無しになった気がするんですけど。
You're pretty easy to flatter, huh?
本当に台無しですよ。
Sorry, I went a little too far there. You're saying the right things, but at the same time not. I don't understand how you're accomplishing this.
クエスト行きますよ。
Okay, I guess I'll back you up.
先輩、真面目子じゃないですか。
You cheering up
しょ
again?
うがないですね、もう。機嫌も直すし、治療弾も打ってあげますよ。
He's literally playing Ana from Overwatch. While keeping up the idle talk, we proceed to hunt monsters for a while.
じゃーん！今日はオレンジのミニタルトですよ。
After we enjoyed Monhan for a while, Meguru brings some homemade mini tarts for the both
今
of
度
us.
はオレンジとカスタードのおかげで水気が多いから前みたいなことにはならないと思うんですけど。
Huh? Did you make these just for me?
そういうわけじゃないですけどね。作ったのは昨日ですし、
Ah, still though. Thanks. I'll dig right in.
はいどうぞ。
Oh, this is great. It's sweet and sour, but also has a slightly bitter aftertaste. I really like it.
よし達成感。お菓子作りは食べてくれた人の感想が醍醐味なんですよね。
Yeah, I do have to say, my wife made these really good cookies. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Crumble Cookies. It's this company that makes like these really big cookies. And you know, they're not bad, but my wife made some kind of like a copycat recipe, and it turned out so good. I was like, holy shit. Oh, really, you're seriously good at this. Every treat of yours I've eaten has been delicious. But see, if I complimented her, she wouldn't even say anything. I think she gets embarrassed, and like she just won't even comment. And I'm like, oh, you liked it? Okay, good, thanks. Not really any acknowledgement that I complimented or praised her. You know, you're a pretty good cook in general, aren't you? I'm not crapping on my wife, by the way. I hope nobody thinks that. I'm just saying that's how it is. It's sad because I want to praise her, and then she won't let me do that. Like in Monhan, you've got quite a few hidden talents.
ありがとうございます。要するにインドア派ってことだと思います。家でできることばっかりやってたっていうか。
You sound like the perfect Japanese wife. Just wants to be at home, take care of the kids, take care of the house. Dude, that makes sense. She lives around a room while sipping on the tea she brought alongside the tarts. It's as tidy and cute as you expect from a girl's room. But there are a ton of books and manga lining the shelves, and there's a video game console hooked up with a ton of games for it. Thanks to that, I feel quite at home here. I'm not nearly as nervous as I otherwise would be. Her room really fits with everything I know about her. So your hobbies are only indoor activities like cooking, reading books and manga, playing games, and watching movies.
はいそんな感じです。
I mean, that's definitely some of my hobbies. I mean, I do like to get outside. I don't really like the area I live in. It's too like car centric, so I kind of worry about taking my daughter out just because I don't want her to get hit. So I generally like have to drive her to like a park if I want to like just let her go free. But we do have a lot of nice parks around here, so I can't complain about that. Otherwise, yeah, I like to just stay inside. I'm like the complete opposite of my wife. She likes to go out and not be at home, and I'm like, yeah, I can be at home most of the time. I do like to travel and things like that, but I don't need to do that all the time. What kind of books do you like? The genres on your shelf seem all over the place.
どんなのっていうか、特に決めてないです。割と手当たり次第に何でも読みますよ。
Huh, got any examples?
この前はアイルランドの人の詩集を読んでました。その前は芸能人の食べ歩きエッセイで、さらにその前は異世界ハーレム系のラノベだったかな。
She wasn't kidding. That's a pretty diverse reading collection you got there. An isekai harem light novel, though. I don't know how I feel about that one. She's probably reading SAO. Holy crap, that spread. You'll read just about anything, huh?
あ、でも最近はやっぱりゲームの方が多いですよ。モンカリ以外にも手を出してるんで。
I kind of go through phases. I mean, obviously, I read visual novels. I've been reading a book. I've been reading. Yeah, I guess you'd call it a light novel. I've been reading a light novel. I saw a clip from the movie for it, and it got me interested. And I was like, I'm gonna read it, and then I'll watch the movie. So I've been reading that. I've been playing a lot of games lately. I feel bad. I haven't really been dedicating as much time to recording these as I would like to. I've actually been playing with friends. I've been playing with a friend I've known for a while now. We don't really play anything with just us, but me and him have been playing Halo, so that's been fun. Yeah, I've been trying to diversify what I do. See the console. Oh, it looks like you're into otome games.
もちろんですよ。ヘッドフォン装着でイケメンボイスでキュンキュンしまくれる優越は。
I feel like it's really rare for them to talk about otome. Like they'll talk about like boys love and stuff, but I've never really heard them mention otome.
なんでわかるんすか？
That's what there's what looks like one laying out in the open over there. Okay.
うわー、知って
think that's common. Girls like that kind of stuff. I mean, guys like to watch cute girls. So, I mean, what's the difference between girls liking hot guys? It's okay, I played that kind of stuff too.
先輩まさかの乙女芸男子
No, I tend to play games aimed at guys.
男性向けってエッチいやつですかうわーそんなのやってるんですか最低ですよ
Excuse me, I mean, that doesn't make any sense. You literally were just talking about how you're playing those, except for they're aimed at women. What's the difference? I actually think that women are just more closeted about it. I think that they are just as perverted as guys. I feel like they just are more like, oh no, I'm a lady, you know, I can't talk about that. Whereas guys are like, oh yeah, I like a girl with a big rack, you know, like we just kind of mentioned it. What an absurd double standard. Don't just assume that any visual novel for guys is an adult PC game. There's a lot of perfectly normal stuff on consoles. Every visual novel you guys have me play, almost all of them, have an adult patch. And I usually, well, I don't know. I usually am against adult patches unless there's something that it's added. Like some of them censor things that shouldn't be censored. I think the only thing you really should be censoring is nudity. And what I would like, ideally, is if I could go in here and just press a button to say whether I want that nudity or not. That would literally solve all the problems. Because you know what? I could just record all of the dirty dialogue. Besides for like the actual sex scenes. I don't want the actual sex scene dialogues. But I could record all the, you know, kind of racy jokes. And then I could just turn off the nudity. That'd be perfect. What do you even know about these kind of games? You actually play those, don't you?
いややってませんよひどい言いがかりもうこのマチェル先輩やだ
Hey, don't let her gaslight you. Don't pretend like you're not accusing me of the same thing. This is such a double standard. Like that, we continue our idle bickering for a while. Strangely, it's an oddly relaxing experience. It's like we're actually friends. Meguru will make a fuss over something, but she always laughs it off with a smile afterwards. I'll say, let's be honest, guys. Yeah, are you really friends with someone if you haven't talked about, like, hentai? Just casually. I'm not saying go into it, but just to joke around about hentai, because if you're really involved in, like, the anime scene and everything, you know what hentai is, okay? And it's just funny to talk about. It's funny that it exists. Alright then, see you tomorrow. And I don't want to stay too late, so I decided to go home once the sun started to set.
今日はありがとうございました
No, thank you for the tart and...
あらあら、もうお帰りですか？
Oh, yes, thanks for having
お
me.
母さん何出てきちゃってるの
だってめぐるが友達連れてくるなんて珍しいじゃない。ご挨拶くらいはしなきゃってなるでしょ。しかも男子の。お母さんドキドキしちゃうんだけど。
もうほっといてって言ったのにそれにお母さんなんか勘違いしてるでしょ違うからこの人は部活の先輩だから
めぐるがいつもお世話になっています。はあ、お父さんにも見せてあげたかったな。
Oh yeah, you can bet if my daughter brings a guy home, I'm gonna meet them. I mean, I'm not just gonna let my daughter hang out with some guy I don't know alone in her room.
お母さんもう
I'm definitely not gonna be the father that's like, anything you do to my daughter, I'll do to you, because that's just kind of gay. I mean, let's be honest, you know, that they're probably getting a little into each other, you know, like they don't have to go all the way, but just they're building a connection, okay? So I'm not trying to build a connection with my daughter's boyfriend, but I think it's good as a parent to be involved. I mean, you can be involved and be cool. You don't have to be like super aggressive and controlling over your kids, but I think it's good that you're involved in their interests. So if my daughter's interested in a guy, of course I want to like meet them and just get to know them a little bit. I think that's just friendly. Like you could say like I'm gonna do it to make sure that he's not a bad guy, but of course I don't want my daughter hanging out with girls that are bad influences either. You'll have to let me off for today. Thanks again. Both of us panicked at the unexpected ambush from Meguru's mom. I managed to escape somehow. It's nice that we actually have parents in this. I'm so used to anime that, like, just totally disregard, like, oh yeah, your parents? Who are those people? You don't have parents. You just kind of magically exist. Oh walked home more quickly than I intended and ended up in my neighborhood before I knew it. Such a chicken when it comes to these kind of situations. Well, at least Meguru seemed cheerful throughout the day, aside from that last part. Besides, the encounter with her mom was embarrassing, but it wasn't unpleasant or anything. It gave me a glimpse of how Meguru acts around her family. She seems pretty open with her mom. I get the impression that she's assertive at home, but meek when out and about. And when around people she knows, she tends to be kind of pushy and clingy. I'm happy I was able to learn this, and I'm glad she invited me over today. Her mom seemed happy too. I guess she doesn't bring friends over very often.
あれ、星野くんですか？
It is me. I am Hoshino-kun. Oh, hey there. Aichi-san, on your way home?
はい、日が暮れてきたので今日は終わりにしました。そちらは稲葉さんとどこかに行っていたんじゃ。
Yeah, but we called it a day for the same reason.
そうですか。
Yeah.
それでですね、星野くん。
Okay, what is it?
例の件、戸隠先輩も協力してくれることになりました。
Huh, you mean...
はい、稲葉さんの親友の件です。
Right, that's what this is about. I guess I did ask her about
私
this.
とシーバさんには当てがなかったですけど、戸隠先輩はさすがに顔が広くて助かりました。稲葉さんの同級生とのことでしたから、とりあえず他の学院のお知り合いに連絡して名簿の調査をお願いしてくださるそうです。
I see.
星野くん、
Yeah.
これもやっぱり他の人には内緒ですよ。
Really hurts that I've already broken my promise with her.
このままじゃいけないと思ったんですよね。
I definitely feel like this is something he probably could have waited on. I understand for story reasons he needed to kind of do this sooner than later, but it definitely seemed like something he could have waited till they were a little bit further in the relationship to kind of delve into. Be like, hey, we at the club would love to help you find your missing friend. I mean, obviously she trusts Shuji quite a bit, right? The fact that she even told him in the first place, but I definitely feel like he should have built a little bit more trust there. Like, hey, I'm not doing this to hurt you. I'm not going behind your back to do this. I'd like to talk to you directly about it, because I feel like it's gonna end up hurting her. Even if things work out a little bit, I feel like it would still hurt to know that somebody went behind my back. There's a thorn still stuck in her heart. I want to remove it for her. She felt that she had to change herself, and although clumsily, she bravely tried her best. But if that thorn in her heart is making her act afraid and timid despite all that, then...
ほら、自分も先輩も人付き合いがあんまり上手くないタイプじゃないですか。
It's kind of interesting that she said that too. It was almost like what she told her friend.
だからこう仲間って。
I mean, she definitely approached it in a much better way, I'll say that. I feel like the wording she used, and maybe she was aware of that when she said it. Maybe she felt the same way that she did with her other friend, but wanted to put it in a way that wasn't going to drive us away. I mean, in our case, we do actually have other friends, but it sounded like her friend had other friends too, and the fact that she said that maybe was just offensive. Like, what do you mean? You're not my only friend. Like, you are a good friend to me, but you're not my only one. I really want to help her. It may upset her if she finds out about this, but still, she's come to occupy a place in my heart that no one else does. Thanks, Aichi-san. Are you free right now? This would be a good time for me to share the details. Tell her almost everything I know about the Meguru case while recalling the bittersweet taste. I wonder if Aichi's like, oh yeah, I know what that is. She's like, you got a bittersweet taste, huh? Yeah, I can tell you what that is, but I'll let you figure it out. I let out a reflexive sigh upon recalling the day's events. Not a sigh of exhaustion or depression, but the complete opposite.
楽しかったな。
Senpai came over to my place. We played Monhon together, ate cake, and talked about all sorts of stuff. Well, things got hectic when Mom ambushed us near the end, but even that was kind of fun. Feels strange, even to me. I never thought that I could get so close to
ちー
Senpai.
ちゃん以来だもんな。こういうの。
I wonder if that'll be a problem for her, kind of reliving a similar situation. This person is even a guy who's one grade higher than me. When I actually stop and think about it, I can hardly believe it. Feels so
でも
unreal.
本当なんだよね。この部屋で一緒に遊んでたんだから。
That's right, he's given me what I've been looking for. He understands my feelings and is able to relate to me. That's why time with him is so fun and so happy. I wish every day could be like
も
today.
っと先輩のことも知りたいな。
I feel like it's easy to think this way when you're young. It's like, oh, you meet somebody and it just feels like such an instant connection. I don't feel like it ever really lasts because you got that infatuation going, right? Like you kind of put blinders on and you're only so focused on like developing a new relationship that you're not really looking into long-term things, I feel like. So I feel like it's really easy to get really infatuated with someone when you're young. But as you get older, you kind of have to look into other things, especially if you're considering a long-term relationship or marriage or anything like that. You really want to know a lot about a person. You really want to make sure that you're compatible enough and that things will work out in the long run. And that's something that I don't think you're really considering when you're young. So it's really easy to fall like head over heels for somebody.
めぐるのことも知ってほしいな。
Because I mean, my wife and I met and got married pretty quickly, so I know I'm kind of, I would say, kind of not even following my own advice, right? But at the same time, I was older than this. I was already in my 20s, and unfortunately, like as much as you like talk and learn about somebody, there's still things about them that you won't know, and it's difficult, right? It's hard when you don't live with someone for a long time beforehand, and then you kind of like try to merge two different people. Like it's difficult. I'm not saying it's not worth it. It absolutely is. There's just a lot of difficulties that come with that. I sit up in my bed at the thought. That was a completely natural thought of mine, right? Never had any thoughts like this until now. I've always been friendly with Senpai. He's easy to talk to and I can be myself around him, but wistfully spacing out my room as I think about him and the time we spent together, that's never happened before.
なんだか前とは少し違い始めてる感じ。
I will say though, I feel like the way they fall in love is a little bit interesting to me. I guess because from my personal experience, like when I've liked somebody, it takes me a few days to know. Like I'll be sure after a few days if we're talking consistently. And they've kind of like had these weekends where they're like, I was kind of thinking about them, but they never like tried to reach out or anything. They only reached out like once school started back. And it just seems like they're never really sure how they feel. I don't know. I think that's strange to me. Maybe as an American, maybe just because our media like makes such a big deal about love. But I'm like, everything media-wise I've ever seen from Japan makes a pretty big deal about it. It seems like, okay, if you feel this way, that's probably because you have feelings for them. So I feel like the average Japanese person would have to know, right? I mean, I'm not going to say that visual novels or anime or manga are a good representation of like how Japanese people actually feel, because I don't think that's true. But I don't know, it's just hard for me to believe that they have to question it so much, like, oh, we're just friends, like, oh, we don't feel that way about each other, when it's so obvious that they do, right? Maybe it's just obvious to me. But why did that happen, and since when? I can't figure it out no matter how long I think about it, but
早く明日が来ないかな。
I wish for something that I, a reclusive loner, have never wished for before. Really, I wish for days to go by all the time, because I'm like, I don't want to do the side stuff,
サノバウィッチ
I want to do main character shit, okay? And I feel like some days it's just filler episodes.
先輩
Senpai. I'm gonna end the video here. I'm sorry I haven't really been recording much, but I only want to record when I'm really in the mood to, and if I'm not in the mood to, I'm just not going to do it. I don't want to give you guys videos where I'm not interested in what playing at the moment. I don't want to force myself. So I'll end it off here. Good episode. They're still working on the feelings, but hopefully by the next one we're gonna get to see something, because I feel like it's starting to come together. I feel like this next episode we're probably gonna get that push that they need. Okay, they're finally gonna realize something that I've been realizing for a while now. Anyways, leave it off here. I'll see you guys in the next episode.